we try to get like these studio effects, and then I'm like, wait, the whole point is to be live. So it does look like we're being kidnapped or something with the blinding light in my face. But that's exciting. So anyway, it is Passover is finally finished. Not that it wasn't wonderful, and it was wonderful.
It was definitely wonderful. I think that everybody feels a little bit of a sense of relief.
Yes.
I mean, we all worked hard, or either in the kitchen or maybe like just by packing for those of us that were away at resorts.
Yes.
I'm not going to say I'm not jealous about that, because one day I'll be there with you.
Yes, you will. Okay.
But we're here today to talk to you guys about your post-Passover resolutions for health, wellness, fitness, and all that good stuff. So, Jacob, do you want to start us off? I don't even.
Well,
know
here's the deal.
This,
unfortunately, a lot of us, and again, we are health coaches, and I would love to be one of those people that's like, oh, I actually lost weight on Passover. It's amazing. Thank God it was not even a problem. I stuffed my face, and I did that a lot. And that happened.
What can I say? Happened. It was just a lot of good cooking. That's what happened.
And it was just like whatever it was. So we started as the holiday was over, developing a plan of how are we going to jump back onto our lifestyle of healthy eating.
Right. Not only that, but I think that it doesn't matter if it's after Passover or after any holiday, if it's a New Year's resolution.
I'm sorry.
But regardless of what time of year it is or why you're, why you decide that you want to kind of get a fresh start, I really think that it's really about making that decision and then sticking to it. Like I can say that this morning I really didn't feel like going to the gym. I mean, I haven't been in the gym for over a week, which for me is pretty nuts. But I was like, okay, I'm going and I know I will feel better. So I think it's making that decision regardless of what you feel like doing, because the commitment really comes from, what's that saying? This is awkward. What's that saying?
I don't know what you're talking about.
But anyway, basically making that decision and sticking to it as a commitment versus just as a fleeting thought.
A lot of people think that talking about it is like making the decision. And it's not. And I have a dear friend who he and I actually, so we get it, so how do you motivate yourself? Let's say that, you're always talking awkwardly. People are always like bringing up to me, they're like, oh, you're so healthy, which is like, they don't know what I do, you know what I'm saying? But that just means that they want to be more healthy. But I spoke to a couple friends of mine, and the idea was that we wanted to create a system by which we would be motivated to lose weight, to get healthier, to kind of get back onto plan. So what was the system that we developed? So first of all, we started talking about it, right? We started working out, like having a buddy who would be willing to kind of go the journey with you. So finding that support network, that was the first step. Right?
Absolutely. Always having someone to keep accountable.
Or a group of people. My wife has a group of people that she's doing this with.
A group of friends and I were all kind of helping each other and saying, okay, so we're doing our own little personal diet bet together after the holidays to make sure that we get back to where we want to be and feeling good and healthy. And I think it's much more than, pounds or it's really about feeling good and feeling healthy, not feeling weighed down. I don't know about you.
Because here's the
during the Seder and the matzah.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Well, a lot of us, I thought that, sorry. A lot of us just kind of bury that guilt and we don't talk about it. And honestly, I would have probably waited 2 or 3 weeks to get on the scale after Pesach. Because I just wanted to hide my shame. It's like, oh, well, it must not have been so bad, you know what I mean? But this whole experience, like what I was talking about, of getting it out there, we actually, all of us jumped on the scale literally after Passover. And we just kind of stepped up and did it. And we got it out from the darkness of shame. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Kind of bring it out there. For sure. And just basically kind of having a starting point and being truthful and honest with where you're at. I think that, for me personally, I mean, I guess we can always get personal here.
Oh boy.
And this was something interesting that I heard from my health coach via a group chat, and she said her question was, okay, not that you failed, but what went right and what could have gone better or what could have gone differently. And so in my Passover experience, a lot of things went well and went right. in terms of my own personal health, I think that because I was, focusing so much on making sure everything was running smoothly and the household and the kids, and that our guests were, happy and everything. So I kind of let myself go, but that doesn't mean that nothing went right. A lot of things went right because I was still, making sure that I was, have energy and doing the things that I needed to get done. So things definitely went right, but I definitely put myself on the back burner for the last week. And I think it's important to really, especially as women, you could ignore this part right now, but as women, I think that we tend to do that, especially when there's a lot of other people around us, so we tend to kind of put ourselves on the back burner. Right now is the time for us to make ourselves a priority again and say, what do I need to do? Do I need to relax? Do I need to get back into my gym regimen? Do I need to feed myself, the good things that are going to make me feel good? So I think it's very important to, make yourself a priority as a man or a woman, or, whatever stage of life you're in. Because if you're able to do that, so then you feel better and you have more to give to others.
Yeah, you really say that. I didn't know what to. I mean, I just want to empower you. I didn't know what to say while you're talking about that. But it's very true about the oxygen mask on yourself before you can save other people. Is ultimately, if you're showing up as the best version of yourself, you will be there to be the kind of person that you need to be for everybody else. So it's actually selfish not to take care of yourself. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. So selfish. I wouldn't say it was. I don't think it's selfish, but it's neglecting yourself is not a way to really. It's not a good method in order to get things done, because if you neglect yourself and you neglect your health down the line, you're going to definitely feel the effects of that. So investing in yourself, whether that be a gym membership, making sure you have the right food, if you need to increase the vegetables or the quality of the protein that you're eating, whatever it is, all those things are important and shouldn't be neglected.
Okay, so let's leave the people with 3 important points, because as much as we enjoy talking and everyone else, I mean, it is fake. You can do whatever you want, but I think 3 things. First of all, accept a growth mindset, right? There are all kinds of people out there that don't think that they can change, or that think that it's too monumental to change. I've lost 100 pounds. You've lost, I don't know, whatever, 2 pounds. No, like she had so many kids. So my wife's had some tremendous, weight loss in her life also, and a lot of us have that tendency to think it's always going to be this way, or I can't change. And it's not true. If you take that growth mindset, you say, I actually can accomplish this. I just have to surround myself with people that are doing it or interested in doing it. That's the solution. That's number one. So you have to accept that mindset, have that growth mindset, not the static mindset.
Right.
Second thing
I would say number 2 would be to, first of all, know where you're at, be honest with yourself, whether that means getting on the scale or just, okay, how does this fit me?
So important to get on the scale, because it just brings it out there.
I think yes and no. I mean, I think that some people see the scale as an indicator, and not everyone does. And so I don't think it's necessary. I think for some people, where you're at, and if it's a clothing size, if it's a weight, an exact weight, but whatever it is, just know your beginning, and just be honest, number 1, or 2A, I guess you could say, and 2B, don't beat yourself up about the past or whatever that you've done up till now, because it's totally pointless. You enjoyed your Passover, you enjoyed your New Year's, whatever stage you're at, you've enjoyed that part. It's in the past, and just let's start fresh. Let's move forward.
Did I forget what the third point was?
Yeah. What was it? What was number 3?
I don't know. Get help. Just get help. ask for help. Talk to friends about it. And we believe in you. I think you could do it. It's amazing to see the kind of changes people can make in their lives. So be that element of change, and being healthy is very important. And if you're Jewish, it's a mitzvah. It actually is a mitzvah to be healthy and to eat healthy and to have a healthy bodily composition, and it affects your emotions, and it affects the kind of parent you are, and it affects your self-esteem. And everyone that says other than that, I totally disagree with it. And I think that showing up as your best self, not only emotionally or spiritually, but also physically as well, is and the physical will have all of these very strong impacts on your psychology and everything like that. So this is a crucial thing, and it's not just a vain thing. It's not just a just because we're living, in California, a type of a thing. Like, no, like this is.
Hey, they don't know where we are.
Yeah, but we live in California. We live in San Diego. But there, it's very important to be healthy, and even if it's not an excuse to say that our culture doesn't do that. Like, that, so what? Like, our culture does do that, and we have to take responsibility to be the best, most healthy people we can be, so we can show up for God, for our kids, for our spouses, and and for ourselves.
Absolutely.
Is that, I don't know, that's inspiring, but
And if you can, get your spouse on board, because
it really helps. It really helps.
Yeah.
A lot.
Okay.
All the best.
So good to see you guys.
Thank you.
Have a great night.